Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on my second channel. Now, one thing I always get asked is, how do I constantly manage to almost clear up my acne? Because if you look at me now, you probably wouldn't know with this overexposed light that I have acne, and I have acne scars around my cheeks, especially around here, and some big spots here and there. Now, I've tried countless things, countless medications. I'm on medication right now, but regardless, the medication doesn't always keep it at bay. But I've kind of come up with a routine of the stuff that does keep it at bay, and I take it very seriously. It's on my home screen, if you can see, and I'll be putting it up on screen now, and I'm just going to go through this with you. So, first up, I've substituted out milk, green milk and red milk for blue milk, and if you like almond milk, that's even better. I drink loads of water. I'm not even thirsty, I'll drink water. I'll also drink green tea, because there's so many good properties in there for skin, 1 cup a day. I make sure to do that. As you can see, I've got loads of water over there, you can't see, but nevertheless. I've also made some lifestyle changes where I've tried to make sure I get 8 hours sleep. I try and stress less, and the way for me to stress less is to look in the mirror a lot less at my spots, because I found that for a while I was basically every day, every time there was a mirror, I would look at my spots, and it just really doesn't help for getting them clear. So I've stopped doing that. I've also try not to itch my body. I don't pick my spots at all. But the reality is, even if you get a big spot and even if you don't pick it, it can still slightly scar, but nowhere near as bad. But I make sure if I've got an itch here, I just try not to itch it, or if I have to, maybe just wipe it. I don't use my hands, or I clean my hands before or after I do it. I make sure that, I space out my food consumption, because spots form when there's spikes in insulin, and insulin comes from food. So I make sure that if I'm having dinner, I'll at least wait 25 minutes before I have my pudding, and that way it kind of allows my insulin levels from my food, from my dinner, to die down a bit before they spike back up with a chocolate bar or something like that. I make sure I only have 1 chocolate bar per day, and any food that I do buy, or if you look on the label, it always has greens, as in when it says reference to your daily intake. If it's red, I really do try and avoid it. Yep, I've got a few things here to reduce insulin, which is exercising, taking multivitamins, and drinking loads of water. And that is the rough guide for me to get my skin like this. And you can kind of see I do have some spots still, and that sort of thing. But considering in April I had a huge breakout here, huge breakout here, huge breakouts everywhere pretty much. And I kind of come from the point where I've had really bad acne in the past. Then it went away almost fully. I had perfect skin, no scars on my cheeks. I'd never really had cheek acne before. It was all around here and here. And then I went to New Zealand, and I basically had fast food for a whole month and a bit, and I'd finished my antibiotics, and having that diet absolutely destroyed my skin. I don't even know if I have pictures, but I came back and my skin, spots here, everything along here came back, it was seriously bad. And then from then on, it took 5 months to even slightly get better. I went back on medication, and then from that point onwards, I started to die down a bit. I then went to the Philippines, and in the Philippines, it's all white rice. And by the way, you should try and get brown bread, brown rice, because it reduces lower glycemic content. But I went to the Philippines, and in the Philippines it's basically, the food is lovely, but sausages and mad sugary sauce, sweet sauce. There was white rice for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And after I got back from the Philippines, I was also breaking out again. So it kind of went to show me that diet is a very key thing in acne control. And it's one of them things where I've had to make major changes, and it does suck. It does, and same with alcohol. So another thing, I've been out twice recently. First time for my friend's leaving do. I didn't drink too much, but Alistair's, I had quite a few beers. Beers, calories, I don't know, yeast, whatever. It's really bad for insulin spikes, really bad for spots. The next day I was breaking out big time. And you know, that went on. I had a rest from drinking for about a month, and my skin got a lot better. And then I came back to university. I went out twice for Freshers Week, had a big breakout here, a huge spot here, and it just kind of went to show how if I drink, my skin breaks out disgustingly, which is a real shame, because you bond so much when you're out with your friends drunk, you know. But I think it's all about weighing up if you want to get clear skin, it's about weighing up the lifestyle. What's more important? Having a great lifestyle, having clear skin, having the odd spot, finding the balance. Like, for me, where I do want to go into like acting, I do want to go into YouTube. I want to look good on camera, obviously. So I try and limit my alcohol consumption nowadays, which is tough, very tough. And it's also very annoying how you could go out once, you could get a breakout, and then you're scarred for life. Like, it sucks. It honestly does. But yeah, take a screenshot of this on screen, set it as your profile or your lock screen, and that will hopefully help you clear up your acne. This is what I definitely trying to follow. So I hope it does help. Man, I've made an acne video before, and after that video I got a really bad breakout video. I got a really bad breakout. The video's on my main channel at Student Vlogs. Go follow that. But yeah, man, acne sucks so much. It's actually peak. If you don't have acne, you're a lucky person. But I feel like in the Western diet, as they say, yeah, the Western diet is more susceptible to acne. Like, diet alone won't give you acne. It's about what your genes are. So my genes are very susceptible to acne, so my diet doesn't have to be that bad for me to get acne. Like, some of my friends drink every day, they don't get acne. Some of my friends are really fat, they don't have acne. It's all about your genes, and then how your diet influences your genes. So if you have acne and you're slim, it probably means you're susceptible to getting acne. So you probably do want to watch what you eat. Yeah. It's just unlucky. It's unlucky. And I know the comments are going to say, oh, you haven't got acne, blah, 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 blah. Like, you honestly can't see because the light's so overexposed, but I promise you, everybody always asks me, how did I manage to clear up my acne? But yeah, like, it was really bad. I promise you it was really bad. I'm just trying to show you now. This is going to look so stupid on camera. But anyway, subscribe down below. The camera definitely filters out like spots and soothes my face, but hey, we can always get scar surgery or whatever. So that's another option. Where's the treatments at? I want to see I think I might try and reduce my scars one day by getting some laser treatment. And in the future, happy days. I mean, there's so many treatments out there we could get. But yeah, let me know about your acne journey in the comments down below. I am very intrigued to hear kind of your stories. I've been on like BBC Three talking about acne. I'm potentially going to be doing this acne documentary, but from the perspective where I've managed to clear it up a lot, but I now need to maintain that for the next 5 years while my hormones are supposedly still going off on like bang, 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 bang. Ideally, I'm on trimethoprim and epiduo cream. This cream is very good. If it's going to focus here. No. But the problem is, so I'm on this cream here, and I'm on trimethoprim, but trimethoprim only suppresses the acne. I've been on it for like 4 years. I've been on it for 2 years, or a year, I don't know. 2 years? Or a year. Year and a bit. Why am I still on it? Like, why am I on something, doesn't matter. I want to go on Roaccutane, because Roaccutane kills the acne. This has been a bit of a rant, guys, but for everybody who asks me on my main channel how my skin's got better, this is how. Yeah, this is how.
While you drinking, fade away. All my friends, they